Oh, when with the ritual stuff, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
First of all, do you believe?
I don't know. Like, I've watched a lot of Nollywood movies and they scared me for life. So I don't know. I feel like things happen. But when it comes to ritual, I think it's just greed. I think it's just greed because that's the only reason you want to kill somebody for what they have or what you can.
Believe that these people actually do these rituals to make money?
I don't even know. Sometimes I wonder how does it
Let
even
me break
work?
it back, guys. 90%, if not 99% of what you think is rituals is actually organ trafficking.
Oh. True.
So because we are so ignorant, one guy did an expose. He went to a place, Chelsea FC House, says Daddy Free, stop talking nonsense. That's the thing. When you don't have sense, sense will be nonsense. But when you have sense, you will understand that the person will born you born goats. The guy went there. He went to that Soko village, and he was seeing skulls everywhere. He said, if they truly were using these people's heads to do ritual, why are there skulls everywhere? Why do they keep alive? It is an organ that they commot their organs, go sell. Now, waiting that they do. So they could just look for person where they look for liver, person where they look for kidney, person where they look for cornea, person where they look for all the marketable body parts. And they go sell all.
But
If
what do
human being,
what did they do with the woman's? I don't want to say the word. They banned the word. What did they do with the woman's front? Because I know they used to cut it off too.
Sometimes, I'm not saying it's not ritual, but 1% is ritual. Sometimes it's not because they don't get sense. I don't watch one where they catch one woman and her husband because the woman are soldier. I'll send the video. I have it. They can't buy the woman, can't cut her that thing. I go send them to Bookie. They my. Sometimes I even say that they chop them. But people back on this side of the world.
Oh, okay. But
because let me tell you, if you are into that business, and you have direct abroad links, a set of kidneys are like $10,000. Liver is even more expensive. There are some parts that are very expensive. If you come out 50K for one human being. So a lot of what you think is actually spiritual is actually physical. They do it abroad too.
Yeah, I would like to very free. I like
European countries.
Yeah, they do.
Promote anything where they want to come out for him, but they can't leave the person inside ice.
Yeah.
Make the call.
I would like to believe that too, because when I was in Nigeria, there's this lady that she got kidnapped and she stayed for a while in their custody and all that. And she said where she was kept, they even had doctors there that when they come to, take people to their whatever, the doctors will test which one is for this, which one is, and they had medical doctors working for them.
Yeah.
So I believe what you're saying, Yeah. So I don't know, the decadence in Nigeria is, I don't know how long it will take for that country to be revamped. I honestly don't know. And it's a pity. I don't know.
Unfortunately, human
stop this meat. There was a container of Gola intercepted on the way to China. Debbie, do you have your phone? Do you have your phone here?
Oh, she's gone. Where is she gone?
Debbie, don't run. No, Debbie, yes, Gola, she run.
Oh,
she's traumatized.
She's right, my mistake.
Oh, Lord.
She run. No.
Oh, Lord.
I will send it to you. One whole.
No, I didn't run. I swiped.
Yeah.
As in, one whole container of human bola from Nigeria to China. I know
Wait,
as they.
What do you do with it? I don't know.
Exactly.
Is it
So Chinese people, they use and do soap. You know, Chinese people, they chop everything. The average Chinese man eats everything that has 4 legs except tables and everything that flies except aeroplanes.
Oh my God.
That's what Chinko be. Nothing when they know they chop. Nothing too hard them for eating. They chop. Oh, if they see this kind of mistakeness, if it's like 1 week, they.
I bet.
So no go.
Maybe they don't see me.
You. They go China. Oh. You don't know the road. No go China. No near there.
Maybe that they come outside now.
No, when they come out, they chop us. Normal China man go wait till he reach in country before he start any nonsense.
But that is, please, let's just believe that traditionally, I don't know if it's true, that some people can touch you and your will just disappear.
That one safe, even though I lived in Ibadan and I heard a lot of it. You see, the problem with all those things, you will never see anybody that witnessed it. You always hear people heard. It's like Ezekiel now, make it on show us in Bola, say they come out in Bola. Then you always as Auntie's friend, it's always a long shot. Wala to one benny. Oh, all these things. You know they ever get here. I'm listening to you, Debbie.
No, like them cutting human parts, like I don't know, is it a delicacy to some people or
you know?
And I also read in the
comments, like that too.
I also read in the comments that most times they just once they take the organs, they just cut the front part of the woman to make it seem like it's ritual or whatever. So I don't know, it's just sad.
Because they know that that's the one you will buy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you any other one, you say they are lying. So they will give you the one that you will buy. The one that you hear, it will sound reasonable.
Yeah.
So that the freeze on the topic of the lady that died in the hotel room and all that. You know, sometimes people don't check on their health status. You see people walking, you think they are healthy, you don't know they have underlying sicknesses and all that. And you, like you said the guy went to the police station to hand over himself, right?
Yes.
So I don't know, and that's another thing. Sorry?
Yeah, the guy has gone to.
And now everybody's saying it's ritual. You know, I think our default in Africa, our default is just anything that happens in that kind of scenario is ritual to us and Yahoo.
Hey.
So the guy might be innocent, you know, and then for him to even go and hand over himself, that means truly he was innocent. And they called the lady before he left. So she also showed that she was alive when he left. So
Yeah.
I don't see the reason. Just imagine if that guy, if that guy was probably in the car park and they've called the lady and the lady was, maybe if they just they would have meted the same judgment on the guy that ran over people on him. The same judgment on him. So
all those sides where people know they think.
A lot of people are just working, but their health status is so down. And because in Africa, we're not used to, you know, going for checkups and all that. So any little thing, my dear, the thing is crazy.
We spiritualize everything in Nigeria. Everything is spiritual. It has to be.
And it is a problem. It is a major problem for us.
Yeah. I think even that's what our parents passed on to us. You know, even sometimes our parents, when they talk, there's some things my mom would tell me. I'm like, Mom, just calm down. Don't even go to that.
Exactly.
Like every time I have to, you know, always tell her, no, this is not it. This is it. This is it. And you know, they think you're challenging their knowledge, not knowing that as you've grown.
It's not their knowledge.
Yep.
Yes, they're ignorant, right? They don't like you challenging that. But with you know, you have to keep talking or else they pass it on to your other siblings. You have to keep talking to
And
them,
to your
you know.
self,
Yeah.
whoever is available to pass to, they will pass it.
Yeah.
They will pass.
That's why they would rather go to the pastor first. Whatever the pastor says, then they will now make decisions. If I'm going to the doctors, for example, they will go to the pastor first. So the spiritual, it's just terrible, absolutely terrible. And you'll be surprised that even educated people, we're not even talking about poor or illiterates. Educated people are also guilty.
Religion is one of the most toxic things you can ever imagine. I
know someone whose mom died. Before they went to hospital, they took her from one church to the other. By the time they had sense to take her to the hospital, this woman died. It was a preventable death. Another case that I was talking with my mom. Someone actually had high blood pressure and she was on tablets for life. But because she was part of prayer warrior team, they told her that how can you be in a prayer warrior and the lead prayer warrior and you're using medication? That means you don't have faith. They said everything. So she stopped her tablets. Long story short, she slumped. When they slumped,
she don't buy.
She don't buy.
Hey.
It's just crazy, absolutely. And these are educated people and not poor or illiterates. And like you said, if you challenge the society, challenge our parents, and very specific, mine included, challenge our parents, the society, they would argue with you. You will become antichrist.
Me, I'm antichrist already. I don't collect.
Just simple common sense. Sometimes it's just common sense.
Get people to think, and the next thing is you are the devil.
Yeah.
Get people to think it is a problem.
But it's hard for us, some of our parents.
You are bad.
Very hard. Because they think my mom used to speak, right? Doesn't even make sense. Like, everything is just spiritual to them. So they won't even get your point at the end of the day. So
yeah.
And they are locked. You see, once people are locked, you can't access them. It's like a phone. This phone is useless unless you know the password. Nothing where you want to do. You cannot talk to it. You cannot break it. You are locked once they've put that password and they've locked their brain. Guess what? Their own case is so bad that the pastor that locked them, if he comes to unlock them, they will say the pastor has backslid.
I'm telling you.
Person will put it for cruise contact and say, okay, this don't exist again. They will say, now you know. That's backward. That is how backward we have become. If you're watching on TikTok, send me your gifts. I'm looking for my top gifters, and I'm looking for Give Me Money Gone on TikTok. Facebook, I only have 3 people that have sent me stars. Oh yeah, the rest of you, what are you guys doing? We are teaching you things that will save you. Instead of you to write it down, you want us to come and talk about Basket Mount and AY. That's what people are sending me a message for. Come and talk about Basket Mount and AY. What's my business with Basket Mount and AY? When they were making money, they were cool. Did they call me?
And Harry Freeze, I've noticed something. Many, we go to church in Nigeria, like our church attendance in Nigeria is like almost on a daily, right? But I've noticed that a lot of people that come over, they hardly go to church. Like they don't.
One of the reasons I was talking to Naomi, one of the reasons why a lot of people go to church abroad is because they will judge you. If you're at home on a Sunday, they will judge you. They say, Bukola, you are antichrist. Why?
Nobody even judges you here, right? Nobody judges you here. But the thing is that I just feel the attendance in Nigeria.
Everybody around is going to, who wants to judge you? Let me tell you, if you move into a house, Friday, you no go mosque. Sunday, you no go church. They will begin to suspect you for this.
That's true.
They will begin to suspect you.
Yes.
my children go church, so that me go teach them, that me go preach to them. I cannot know what I know and come and submit myself to a subliterate fellow who was able to climb a pulpit because 20,000 dingbats believed he's a messiah. Make I carry my own children go there. I say, like, initially I used to say, okay, since me and my eye don't open, make my children first go inside church. And one day I realized, you know how long it took me to pull out of this system? Why am I putting them inside it? So they will now spend their adult years trying to pull out of a system I put them in. I said, God forbid. From young, I will show you. When I want to let guys here and pass your pastor, pass your bishop self, where all the things are hidden inside that book I know. Come and let me show you.
Yeah. Exactly.
You can now decide that it is that one you want, but I trust my children. What if
that is a lot of people
try not to go to hospital, spending money on prayers, and she quiet, and she quiet, and they see them with their eye. One of my family members say, why don't you allow the children to go to church? I said, to go and explain tell me what they are going to gain in church. I asked the person, he's been going to church for 50 years. Please, what have you gained?
Exactly.
What are my children?
So that is relation that you never
could have the culture of prayer. How far you?
Exactly.
But that freeze. Are you saying that you would never allow them to go?
What are
they are like? But don't you think they can also influence, like, what you've taught them? Don't you think it's sufficient enough for them when they go there, they are able to say no, like when whoever is teaching them,
like telling me that because I've taught my children that substance is bad, they should go and be hanging around with people who take substance. No. Such is substance abuse, it's addiction. Until you can prove to me, when you go to church, what do you get from
good?
Prove it.
Yeah.
Show me that you cannot get from me.
Yeah.
Bible scholar.
Yeah.
Spirit. All my people who follow me know all my predictions come true. I don't need to stand on a pulpit and get anointed by some anointed guy. So tell me what's the thing you're going to gain in church. Are you more spiritual than me? Is more spiritual than me? Of all the things I've said and all the things your pastor said, which one comes to pass?
But
so what do you want?
Last year, I started following you since last year.
To pray, lock your door and lock yourself inside. Don't you have a room? Does the room not have a key? So explain to me what it is that you want to go and do in church. I'm willing to learn. Oh yeah, teach me what you are going to do in church. Let me even relax.
No, just like